joined by the manager of Ossett Albion, Eric Gilchrist. Eric, you made a dream start today, and then it got a little bit difficult. What were your thoughts after the first
goal? We started
goal?
well, but I think as the sort of first half wore on, we didn't keep possession of the ball well enough, and I thought when you turn it over to a good side, you're gonna be under threat quite a lot. I was pretty comfortable, to be honest, for 20 minutes, and as I say, I think had we made better use of the ball, we might have created a little bit more. Went in at half time, to be honest. I was pretty happy to be just one apiece at half time, because it was always our idea to sort of come here a little bit tight and then maybe look to get some on the break. Second half, thought real good chance that Daryl Jenkinson had. Perhaps had he stuck that away and put us 2-1 in front, we might have had something to cling to. But I've got to be fair, I think obviously we've got some activities and you know, it's going to be under threat. I think Rory Patterson's obviously his goal scoring has shown all season. You give him half a chance and he's going to put it away. And I think, to be fair, that knocked a little bit of stuff in out of us today. And then the third goal, which I thought kind of flattered him a little bit. We were trying to push people forward, but a little bit disappointed, as you say, after getting a good start.
It seems to be against Ossett's advantage that the game kind of got slower as it went on towards the end, with a couple of injuries and a lot of stoppage time.
I think you're going to find quite a few clubs will do that coming in. Obviously, it's a little bit new to a lot of players. There's players who haven't played in front of crowds like this before, and I think there's certainly as a visiting manager, you want to do everything you can to slow the tempo of the game down and fracture it a little bit. And I thought we did that well for 20 minutes.
But in the last sort of 10 minutes or so, when you could have done with stepping the tempo, I think things kind of went against you.
I think, to be honest, we'd sort of one or two of our players that we've brought today haven't played a great deal of football in the last few weeks. We've had a horrendous injury spell for the last sort of month and a bit, and I think some of the players that we brought back ran out of legs midway through the second half again, and I think some of that's generated by the atmosphere. You kind of a bit of adrenaline rush, and I think one or two of them sort of looked to be running out a little bit of steam, so we had to make some changes. I think that affected us a little bit, having to change shape and change personnel, but as I said, I think you've got to hold your hands up when you're coming up against quality players, and they're going to give you problems. And I've got to be honest, I was pretty pleased with the way we defended most of the game. We look at it, I think we made one or two poor decisions towards the back end. Obviously the back header that we scored the second goal from, I think normally Steve West had just come and clear that out. And then I think we were a little bit unlucky on the last one, because I think probably video evidence will show I think Pete Thompson were offside, and there's the sort of things that happen. But as I say, you go back to the opportunity Daryl Jenkinson had, we go 2-1 in front. I think it's a slightly different game. So
you must be pleased with your keeper's performance today. I thought he pulled off some fantastic.
He's a top class keeper, I've got to be honest. We paid a bit of money for him last year, and as his sort of CV shows, he's played at some big clubs, and he's a quality goalkeeper. And to be honest, that's not the first time he's played like that this season, which, to be fair, when you look at our goals against, you probably wouldn't believe, but he's had a real good season, and I'm just hopeful now we can kick on from this. As I said, we've got one or two players back that are what we'd call our influential players, and we'll look to go on a bit of a run again.
So coming into the winter period now, it's getting quite close at the top of the table.
I think it always was going to be, because I think it's one of those leagues, and I've said previously that some of the clubs that have come into the division this time round have, for me, have done a little bit like what Telford did a couple of years ago, that thought perhaps it was going to be a little bit easier than it is, and it's a tough division to get out of this. But I do think your Newcastle Blue Stars, FC, clubs like that, Bradford Park, Andrew, have got a little bit of finance behind them, are able to bring in players when it really matters, and I think that's why they'll sort of kick on. I'd expect them to be sort of top 3 or 4, but I think there's a handful of clubs below that, ourselves included, who might just break into that pack. But I think it's going to be a real good league season, to be honest. I think there'll be a lot of clubs and a lot of surprises.
Well, we'll see what happens for the rest of the league. Well done today, and we'll no doubt see you again when we play you away.
Thank you.